What's up, fans? Week 1 preseason, Atlanta Falcons. We win. We won the game 34-27. First team offense. All right. First off, before I jump into anything, this is how this video is going to break down. I'm going to talk about the game, some highs and lows. If you guys were watching the stream, you saw me taking notes. I'm going to talk about the game. Then Flores came out, said a few things. Wilkins said something hilarious. I'm going to get to one of you guys' comments. I asked on Twitter. Again, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I asked one of you guys for a question on Twitter. You guys had a great question on Twitter. Also going to give my best and worst players of the game. So let's just jump right into this. Again, we won the game 34-27. You could tell that towards the end of the game, both teams were like, look, we're not going to overtime. Because at one point it was 27-27. And they were like, we're not going to overtime. Because they went for it on 4th and 9 on their own, 15, 20. You know for a fact they didn't want to go overtime. But to start off, offense did really well in that first drive. Marched down the field. Drake ran great. There was one play where Calhoun completely let the defender come in on him. Again, did what he does best, got out of there, gained it in 9 yards. You had Fitzpatrick, felt the pressure, always got out, either scrambled for a good amount of yards or he ran to the outside, threw a nice dot to Devontae Parker. Defense, bad. I've talked about this in training camp, preseason, I don't know why I keep saying preseason, and OTAs, all that stuff. There's no pass rush. And if there's no pass rush, you're going to get no pressure on the quarterback, give him all the time in the world. Also, the run defense was kind of caca, and also Needham was caca, was extreme caca. Rosen eventually comes in. Rosen had an okay day. I'm going to say okay because he struggled on some throws. He threw a stupid interception that he was staring down Isaiah Ford and threw an interception. But he was connecting with Preston Williams. I'm going to get to Preston Williams. I got a whole thing I want to talk about Preston Williams. I know you guys are watching this probably talk about Preston Williams. Give me a second. I get to Preston Williams. Him and Preston Williams' connection from training camp is continuing into the game. Preston Williams killed it. But again, give me a second. So then Balaj struggled a little bit. If you guys remember last preseason, Balaj had that fumble, but then come game time in the regular season, he steps it up. Balaj kind of struggled. He got his touchdown in, though. He reached over and got his touchdown to make it 10-6 because the Falcons missed their extra point. But, Balaj, there's a few passes that were, there was one that he didn't turn his head, and a lot of people said, well, Fitzpatrick threw too early. He had people in his face. You got to keep your head on a swivel all the time. But again, Balaj did okay. Drake did well. Fitz is just Fitz. We know what we have with him. Rosen did okay. Like I said, he made some mistakes here and there, but when he started connecting, he started connecting. When he got hot, he got really hot. Jordan Mills. I don't know if I could see him making this team, and I'm being 100% with you guys. I don't know if I could see him or Needham making this team. Again, it is the first preseason game, so this is where you're getting all your stuff out. It's the first time you can't really tackle in training camp, so it's the first time you're tackling and going through all those processes, going against people that aren't on your team. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll wait till next Friday when we see them play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But as of right now, Needham and Mills, I don't see them making the team. Mika Fitzpatrick, I don't know what's going on with him. He missed 2 tackles that led to a good amount of yardage. It was a 3rd and short that Needham waffed on his tackle, but then Fitz kind of just, half-ass tackled the dude, and then later on, he half-ass tackled another guy, that led to another 15-yard play, and it just didn't look good. Again, Preston Williams, I'm going to talk about Preston Williams. Give me 1 second. Rosen with a scramble with 15 seconds left and no timeouts. That's where you can kind of see him still have that rookie mentality, because they were in the red zone. There was 15 seconds left. You have no timeouts, and you scrambled. I would have preferred to see him throw the ball away, because then essentially what happened is they ran up, they clocked it on 3rd down, they kicked the field goal, which we ended up winning anyway, but I would prefer to see him throw it away or throw it at the feet of somebody and at least get that 3rd down to try to score a touchdown, because they were on the Falcons 20. So, the fact that he rushed and then they had to spike it with 5 seconds left, I feel like that was a rookie mistake. And then Taylor, the defensive tackle, didn't start till the third quarter. I thought that was very interesting. Hearns with a nice catch. Williams, again, I will talk about that in 1 second. And then Mark Walton gets in there, has a nice touchdown run. I think it was him. Mark Walton, nice touchdown run behind Cox. Hearns fumbles it. Killing me here. Ruddick, nice drive down the field. Gaskins gets gets a nice touchdown. There's also that nice pass to Irwin, the nice little run across the middle pass that sets up the Gaskins run. Fourth quarter, there was no rush D. The Atlanta Falcons literally ran down the field on us to tie the game 27-27. Ruddick almost throws a pick six. Number 35 of the Falcons completely drops an easy pick six. That I was just like, oh my God. Hendricks with a sack on 4th and 9. That's what I'm talking about. That both teams were probably like, look, we're not going into overtime. It's 27-27, 4th and 9, whatever. We're on our own 20, whatever. Let's go for it. Hendricks comes in with the sack. Then Gaskins with the touchdown one that leads to the Miami Dolphins winning. The Oakland Raiders, the Atlanta Falcons tried to march down and tie it up. They probably would have went for 2. Like I said, you don't really want to go into overtime in these situations. But yeah. So, like I said, in a whole, Gaskins did really well. He had 2 touchdown runs. Blage got a touchdown run in. Hearns had some really nice catches, but he had that fumble. You can't make those mistakes, especially when you are running into the red zone and then you fumble and just give them the ball back and kind of kill the drive to score another touchdown. Can't make mistakes like that. There were not as many flags in this game as there was in that scrimmage, which made me happy. But the defense didn't play well. No pass rush. Needleman, any corner opposite Xavier Howard stinks. You barely heard Xavier Howard's name because they weren't throwing to him. Expect that all season. He had 7 interceptions only playing 11 games. Expect it to be less because they're not going to throw it his way because they know how dangerous he is. So we need to pick up a corner, or a corner needs to step up opposite of Xavier Howard. And Needleman, again, it's the first preseason game, so I'm going to wait till preseason 2 to really say who sucks and who's going to get cut. But he really, really struggled, and I wouldn't be surprised if he either gets demoted or if they bring in somebody else because it was horrible. Defense didn't play great. Offensive line, it wasn't helping. The third stringers, and after the half, the offensive line started producing nice runs and stuff. Laird, 6 rushes, 24 yards. Blage, 6 rushes, 23 yards. There wasn't much big runs going on. Josh Rosen, 13 for 20 for 191 yards and that interception, that stupid interception. Ruddick, 6 for 8, 65 yards, that touchdown pass to Gaskins. And Fitz, 2 for 5, 20 yards. He was barely in there. Him and Drake were barely in there, and that could tell you who the Dolphins think their starters are. But let me get to my best. Preston Williams. We got to talk about Preston Williams. The dude was making ridiculous catches, one-handed catches, mossing people, just going up and snatching the ball out of the air, doing his thing. Preston Williams is killing it. I want to see him next week start with the starters. I want to see him going against the Bucs' best corners. In practice, I want to start seeing him going against number 1s. I want to see what Preston Williams can do, not against secondary corners and second team, third team. I want to see what this dude can do. Gaskins, he's going to get my second best because he had the 2 touchdown runs. I put Rosen up there, but he did throw the stupid interception, so that's why he's not getting best, but he did do well. He did do very well. Worst, Needleman and Mills. If you want to make this team, you got to do better than you did today. But, that's what I think. That's what I got going on. Like I said, I was taking notes. Comment below, let me know what you guys think. Who are your best and worst from today's game? What did you guys think of Preston Williams? Dangerous, extremely dangerous. The connection he had with Rosen was just ridiculous. Rosen was making great throws too, especially that one throw where Rosen had the defender draped on him and he still gets it off for like a 30-yard pass. And Preston Williams had to turn his body around to catch it. Beautiful, beautiful things. Comment below. Let's get into what Flores had to say. Calls Rosen a gunslinger. He has a gunslinger mentality. He just wishes he was more cautious in certain opportunities, like that interception. He says the O-line needs to do better moving forward. I'm pretty sure we all agree on that, Flores. The O-line was ass. Defensive performance, it wasn't good enough. It really wasn't. You put up 27 points. Yeah, we scored 34, but still, you can't give up 27 points. I don't care who it is. And then he said he talked specifically to Kandichi. He had a one-on-one conversation with him, and he said, get into shape. You need to get into shape. I'm excited to work with you, but you need to get into shape. You need to get off the pup. You need to get on the practice field. So that's what Flores had to say. And then one last thing, Christian Wilkins. There's a quote for Christian Wilkins. He says, I think Flores was nervous, and you can quote me on that. He's going to get in trouble. Expect a lot of runs to the TNT wall from Christian Wilkins. Pretty hilarious. But yeah, be sure to comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think was your ups and downs from today's game. Again, put into consideration this is preseason 1. Brand new head coach. No tackling in training camp. No tackling in OTAs or mini camp. Preseason 1. I'm being very, very critical of this team, but I'm also keeping that in my head. Let's see how they do 2 and 3, and then I'll really give you guys a critical aspect of what this team needs. But we do need corner, offensive line, and defensive line help, specifically pass rushers. So be sure to comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I went on Twitter, asked you guys for a question. This one comes from xboss123 or at TheRealXBoss123. And he says to me, do you think Preston Williams' game will translate when he has to go against starting caliber corners? Pick this question because it goes into what I said. He needs to go against number 1 corners. I need to see him every day go against Xavier Howard. Every day. At least 4 or 5 times. I need to see him go against Xavier Howard. I need to see what he can do against number 1 corners because he's completely torching 2nd and 3rd and 4th string corners. He is mossing people. He is one-handed catching. He is showing he's the real deal. He's showing that he should have been minimum a 3rd round pick. Just the off the field issues, made him fall into our laps. We have great depth at the wide receiver position. So I really like that question, but I agree. I need to see what he could do against number 1 caliber. At this point right now, I don't know, but I'm very excited. Preston Williams, he was the bright part of this game. Him and that Rosen connection, if Rosen didn't throw that interception, I'd have him as a top performer. But Preston Williams just killed it today. Absolutely killed it. But be sure to comment below. Like I said, be sure to also follow me on Twitter. I'm retweeting a ton of things. I was tweeting during the game, so be sure to check that out. Follow me on Twitter. Check out the Bit Boys. I'm going to have some Madden coming up next week. Got a ton of stuff going on over there. Madden, we're going to be playing The Witcher. We're going to be playing Mario Maker. The new Marvel Alliance, we got that going on over there. Check it out. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. We finally got to see some Dolphin football. We got the win. Give this thumbs up because we got the win. Also give a thumbs up because now we can build off of this. We could see what the team did against another opponent. We could see where we struggle, where we are great. Build on it, move things around, start to put pieces into where they need to go. Maybe bring in some pieces. Give a thumbs up for that. If you're watching this on DolphinsTalk.com, how are you doing? Be sure to check out DolphinsTalk.com. They got some podcasts over there. They got some writers. They got other YouTubers like TD Finstalk, who was at the game. So be sure to go over there, check it out. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I got a ton planned, a lot of Dolphin stuff going on. Hit that subscribe button. And other than that, I'll see you guys Sunday. I'm going to go live Sunday. We can talk more about Preston Williams. We can talk more about this game live Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go live for about an hour, hour and a half. We could chat about a lot of things. But other than that, I'll see you guys Sunday. Like usual, we got the W. So let's keep it going. Stay classy. Fins up.